We're embarking on a new journey today. Mad Men.
Are you ready?
Heard great things about this show. This was suggested a long time ago as well. It's been on the list of TV shows that I wanted to get to. It has jumped to the top of the list because there is a tier on Patreon for people who wants to suggest stuff. If you want your show or what you want me to react to jump to the top of the list that I have, the long list that I have, that's a good place to get it to the top. Mad Men was one of those that came from a member of that tier on Patreon. So here we are, and it is a show that I've always wanted to watch as well. I know that John Hamm, I believe, never watched anything with John Hamm, to be honest. Just know him from being around Hollywood. I think this is the show that actually put him on the map, to be honest. Could have been something else, but this is what I knew him from, because I remember, I believe I was watching the Emmys one year and Mad Men was a huge thing. This is one of those series that I heard a lot about after I finished watching The Sopranos. Gomorrah was one of them as well, which I'm planning to start as well on Patreon. If you guys are watching this, by the time you're seeing this episode of Mad Men, first episode of Mad Men, we should be further along in the series, maybe even finish season 1 already. So make sure that if you want to see more episodes, if you want to watch ahead, if you want to watch early access to Mad Men, make sure that you go sign up for Patreon, or you can sign up for the membership on the original channel as well. Just let me know when you do so, and I will definitely get these episodes out to you. Let's jump into Mad Men. I'm excited to watch the show and see what it's all about, and I will see you guys at the end for the review. Season 1, episode 1.
Yeah. Hey, you ever like Old Gold Man, huh? Lucky strike here. Can I ask you a question? Why do you smoke Old Gold?
I'm sorry, sir. Is Sam here bothering you?
No, we're actually just having a conversation. Is that okay?
Can I get you another drink?
Yeah. Do this again. Old-fashioned, please. So you obviously need to relax after working here all night.
Yes. I don't know.
But what is it? I mean, low tar, those new filters? Why Old Gold?
They gave them to us in the service. A carton a week for free.
So you're used to them, is that it?
Yeah. They're a habit.
I could never get you to try another brand, say, my Luckies.
I love my Old Golds.
All right, well, let's just say tomorrow a tobacco weevil comes and eats every last Old Gold on the planet.
That's a sad story.
It's a tragedy. Would you just stop smoking?
I think I could find something. I love smoking.
I love smoking. That's very good.
Reader's Digest says it will kill you.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Ladies love their magazines.
Yes, they do.
I don't know what this show is going to be about. Advertising, maybe?
You weren't worried about waking me, were you? You're lucky I'm still up working and I'm alone.
How's it going?
They invented something called Grandmother's Day. It ought to keep me busy drawing puppies for a few months.
I run a few ideas past you.
Does that mean what I think it means? Because I'm familiar with most of your ideas. And I know I sleep a lot better knowing doctors smoke.
Well, that's just it. The whole safer cigarette thing is over. All I have is a crush-proof box, and 4 out of 5 dead people smoked your brand.
Don Draper is the greatest ad man ever, and his big, strong brain find a way to lead the sheep to the slaughterhouse.
I don't want to go to school tomorrow.
You gonna pitch it to me or not?
Midge, I'm serious. I have nothing. What's your...
You just want to fuck, dude.
9 different ways to say I love you, Grandma.
Sterling's having the tobacco people in 9 hours. I have nothing.
People love smoking. There's nothing that you, the Trade Commission, or Reader's Digest can do to change that.
Oh, honey, don't worry. I'll get home safely. I have an important appointment right now, so why don't you go shopping or something? Take your mother lunch. Tell her it was my idea.
Wow, he's good.
It's just a bachelor party, dear. No, I really don't know what they have planned. But judging from the creative brainpower around here, we'll probably end up seeing My Fair Lady. Of course, I love you. I'm giving up my life to be with you, aren't I? What a great gal. She stole my heart.
And her old man's loaded.
Hopefully, if you follow my lead, you can avoid some of the mistakes I've made here.
Hello, John.
Like that one. So how many trains did it take you? Only one, but I got up very early. In a couple of years, with the right moves, you'll be in the city with the rest of us. So if you really make the right moves, you'll be out in the country, and you won't be going to work at all.
I don't know who is gonna be my crush in this show, but we'll see. I love redheads, so she's kind of looking kind of nice right now.
You'll be here
Yes,
just across
I
the alley
simp
from me. We'll
when
both
I
take
watch
care of
TV
each other
shows.
for the time being.
Get used to it.
I don't know what your goals are, but don't overdo it with the perfume. Keep a fifth of something in your desk. Mr. Draper drinks rye. I always try to be honest.
Jesus, her eyes are
Good for
blue.
you. Now try not to be overwhelmed by all this technology. It looks complicated, but the men who designed it made it simple enough for a woman to use. I sure hope so. It's Joan. And listen, don't take this the wrong way, but a girl like you with those darling little ankles, I'd find a way to make them sing. Also, men love scarves. Good morning, Mr. Draper. Oh, and Mr. Sterling, how are you?
Are they just here trying to find a husband?
The whole Lucky Strike family will be here at 4.
You worried?
No. If I was worried, I'd ask you what you've got. But I'm not. So I'm just going to assume you've got something. Have we ever hired any Jews?
Not on my watch.
That's very funny. It's not what I meant.
We've got an Italian, Salvatore, our art director.
That won't work.
Sorry.
Just that our 11 o'clock's with Menken's department store, and I wish we had someone to make them feel comfortable.
You want me to run down to the
Ooh.
deli and grab somebody?
Mr. Button.
So far, I still don't know what this is going to be about, but it is the first episode. Apparently, we have a guy who advertises, who having trouble peddling cigarettes, advertising cigarettes to people.
Send her in.
Oh, great. Now we get to hear from our man in research.
Our man.
Mr. Draper, Mr. Romano, you both seem more relaxed than I expected. If you're planning to continue with medical testimony, you'll only be inviting further government interference. We must police ourselves.
There's your slogan.
The medical thing is dead. You understand that?
Yes, dead, an apt choice of words, considering the public is convinced that cigarettes are poisonous. We can still suggest that cigarettes are part of American life, or too good to give up. Or most appealing, an assertion of independence.
So basically, if you love danger, you'll love smoking.
We could put a skull and crossbones on the label. I love it.
When I stepped into the
The issue here isn't why should people smoke, it's why should people smoke Lucky Strike. Suggesting that our customers have what did you call it, a death wish? I just don't see that on a billboard.
There's conclusive proof that none of these low-tar, low-nicotine or filtration systems have any effect on the incidences of lung cancer.
Just give me the damn report. Has anyone else seen this?
Of course not. It's your account.
Good. I don't want to hear about it anymore. I'm sorry, I just find your whole approach perverse.
Perverse?
Good luck at the meeting. I'm sure it will be a quick one.
I'm sorry to wake you, but Mr. Campbell is outside.
He doesn't know I'm sleeping in here, does he?
No, sir.
That's good. Go out there and entertain him.
I know it's my first day, and I don't want to seem uncooperative, but do I have to?
You look like $100. Ready to go sweet talk some retail Jews?
You were tough to take first thing in the morning, Pete.
I've never had any complaints. Speaking of which, who's your little friend here?
Oh, she's the new girl.
You always get the new girl. Amish or something?
Amish?
No, I'm from Brooklyn.
Well, you're in the city now. Wouldn't be a sin for us to see your legs. And if you pull your waist in a little bit, you might look like a woman.
Is that all, Mr. Draper?
Hey, I'm not done here. I'm working my way up.
That'll be all. Oh, and sorry about Mr. Campbell here. He left his manners back at the
It's
fraternity house.
niggas like these. Bitch ass niggas like these is why they have so many freaking harassment rules in workplace these days. It's because of niggas like this, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you hear women talk, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times when you hear women talk about how bad it is in the workplace, and you're like, there's no way. You know what I'm saying? There's no way. You know what I mean? It's dudes like this make it to the place where we are today in society, where it's just like you can't even say hi to women anymore without them getting offended. I'm not saying that that's on, you know, how men used to be or whatever the situation is, but these are the situations that lead to women being so afraid of even taking a compliment from a guy. You know what I'm saying? And not thinking it's something. Don't get me wrong. Women, you're in the wrong just as much for not being able to take a compliment and, you know, letting dudes lose their job over just saying hello to you. You know what I mean? Or, oh, he looked at me the wrong way and stuff like that. But it's situations like these that lead to that stuff. You know what I'm saying? With men that are like this. Because it's like, that's not a compliment, sir. You're not complimenting the lady by doing what you saying those things. You're being a creep.
Campbell, we're both men here, so I'm going to be direct.
Christ, are you already sleeping with her?
Advertising is a very small world, and when you do something like malign the reputation of a girl from the steno pool on her first day, you make it even smaller. And even if you do get my job, you'll never run this place. You'll die in that corner office, a mid-level executive with a little bit of hair who women go home with out of pity. Because no one will like you.
Ouch. I know that hurt.
This handsome fellow is Don Draper,
Really?
best creative director in New York.
What's her name again?
least
I
the
can't
bill.
remember her name from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, sorry about that.
I'm Rachel Menken.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting...
You were expecting me to be a man. My father was, too.
Well, why don't we make ourselves comfortable, and Miss Menken, you can tell us what you have in mind.
Wonderful.
It's not just research, Miss Menken. Housewives love coupons.
I'm not interested in housewives.
What kind of people do you want?
I want your kind of people, Mr. Draper. People who don't care about coupons, whether or not they can afford it. People who are coming to the store because it is expensive. I really thought you could do better than this. Sterling Cooper has a reputation for being innovative.
Miss, you are way out of line. Silly idea that people are going to come to some store they've never been to because it's more expensive?
It works for Chanel.
Menken's is not Chanel.
That's a vote of confidence.
What I'm saying is, Chanel is a very different kind of place.
You were right, Roger. This place really runs on charm.
This is ridiculous.
Don.
I'm not going to let a woman talk to me like this. This meeting is over. Good luck, Miss Menken.
Hey, Don, I don't blame you. She was way out of line.
All right, so let me address this. It's not that she was way out of line. Why he says like I'm not gonna let a woman talk to me like that. The thing about it is, she wants you. You gotta have a reputation. You gotta have a reputation, right? You have to have a reputation. You can't just decide. Like, Walmart is never going to be Michael Kors. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just not going to get there. It's kind of like you can you know, if you're talking about Apple versus like other phones, right? There's a reason why Apple sells for that. There's a reason why. And it's not just because of the product. It's not just the product. It's the prestige. It's the, you know, they have a very effective marketing campaign when it comes on to their stuff. That's why they can sell their phones for $1,200, $1,300 and people will still buy it. Even regular people will still buy it. They have an effective, no matter how you may complain and be like, oh, they just add one more camera for the new iPhone. It doesn't matter because guess what? Justin Bieber is going to have it. Everybody, all the celebrities are going to get the new iPhone. Right? Pretty much all of them. So that's where the prestige come from. And you don't just decide one day that you want that and think you're just going to get it. You get what I'm saying? I'm guessing that's the reason why she wants them to figure out some way to get us to that kind of status where people will just buy it because it's expensive, but it's the prestige that comes with that. If the product it doesn't garner that kind of prestige, it's just not going to happen. I'm sorry, there's a reason why Gucci is Gucci. There's a reason why Michael Kors is Michael Kors. There's a reason why these expensive brands are expensive brands. Listen, I worked in a retail store before, and I'm telling you right now, there's not a huge difference between a Michael Kors handbag and say a Tommy Hilfiger handbag. There's not a big difference. They're different prices, but you would be surprised. You would be surprised that there's no big difference. It's just the name. That's what you buy when you buy something like Gucci, or when you buy something like a Michael Kors or you know what I'm saying, all those expensive brand, Tommy Hilfiger, even Polo. And Polo is kind of like on the cheaper end of things.
Well, Roger's not going to be happy, so I guess that's good for you.
I'm not going to pretend I don't want your job, but you were right. I'm not great with people. And you are. I mean, not counting that meeting we were just in. So I'm kind of counting on you to help me out.
Look, I'm sorry I was so hard on you before. It's just this damn tobacco thing.
You'll think of something. A man like you, I'd follow into combat blindfolded. And I wouldn't be the first.
All right, stop
All right,
stroking
buddy?
my ego, sir.
Let's take it a little slower. I don't want to.
Yes, please.
You know, this morning I got a call from our competitors at Brown and Williamson, and they're getting sued by the federal government because of the health claims they made.
Yeah, we're aware of that, Mr. Garner. But you have to realize that through manipulation of the mass media, the public is under the impression that your cigarettes are linked to certain fatal diseases.
My granddad smoked them. He died at 95 years old.
See?
Hit by a truck.
I understand. Our hands are
Anecdotal.
tied. We're no longer allowed to advertise that Lucky Strikes are safe.
So what the hell are we gonna do? We've already funded our own tobacco research center to put this whole rumor to rest.
And that's a very good start. But it may not affect sales. Don, I think maybe that's your cue.
I mean, you know, I'm a Lucky Strike man from way back, so.
I might have a solution. At Sterling Cooper, we've been pioneering the burgeoning field of research. And our analysis shows that the health risks associated with your product is not the end of the world. Cars are dangerous. There's nothing you can do about it. You still have to get where you're going. So what if cigarettes are dangerous? You're a man. The world is dangerous. Smoke your cigarette. You still have to get where you're going.
That's your slogan? You're gonna die anyway? Die with us?
Actually, it's a fairly well-established psychological principle that society has a death wish. And if we could just tap into that, the market potential is...
What the hell are you talking about? Are you insane? I'm not selling rifles here. I'm in the tobacco business.
The bright spot is, at least we know if we have this problem, everybody has this problem.
The Federal Trade Commission and Reader's Digest have done you a favor. They've let you know that any ad that brings up the concept of cigarettes and health together, well, it's just going to make people think of cancer.
Yes, and we're grateful to them.
But what Lee Jr. said is right. If you can't make those health claims, neither can your competitors. This is the greatest advertising opportunity since the invention of cereal. We have 6 identical companies making 6 identical products. We can say anything we want. How do you make your cigarettes?
I don't know.
Shame on you. Grow it, cut it, cure it, toast it.
Well, there you go. There you go.
It's toasted.
But everybody else's tobacco's toasted.
No, everybody else's tobacco is poisonous. Lucky Strike's is toasted.
Well, gentlemen, I don't think I have to tell you what you just witnessed here.
I think you do.
Happiness. And you know what happiness is? Happiness is the smell of a new car. It's a billboard on the side of the road that screams with reassurance that whatever you're doing, it's okay.
I get it.
It's whatever you want it to be.
For the record, I pulled it out of thin air, so thank you up there.
You're looking in the wrong direction. Speaking of which, any chance you can patch things up with Rachel Menken? Any way you can be as charming as I said you were?
Haven't you had enough of my magic for one day?
She's worth $3 million.
You're a whore.
Thank you.
The bachelor party's underway.
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Don. All hands on deck.
Aren't you gonna help us give Pete his big send-off?
Maybe next time.
Don will join us later, right, Don?
No. We ain't gonna be there. Because you tried to steal my thunder, you bitch.
If Greta's research was any good, I would have used it.
What are you talking about?
Saying I had a report just like that. And it's not like there's some magic machine that makes identical copies of things.
I still think she was right.
Have a great night, Pete. Congratulations.
I just wanted to thank you for a great first day. And for, you know, standing up for me with Mr. Campbell.
Is this something that they have to do?
Boss, not your boyfriend. Second of all, you ever let Pete Campbell go through my trash again and you won't be able to find a job selling sandwiches in Penn Station.
He said he left his fountain pen in here. I didn't know. I hope you don't think I'm the kind of girl.
Then why are you doing this?
Go home.
I think that freaking whatever her name is put her up to this. Tell her that this is something that she has to do.
I need you to place a call.
So, you're going to ply me with drinks and convince me what a terrible mistake I'm making.
I shouldn't have lost my temper, and I certainly shouldn't have treated you like anything less than a client.
Apology accepted. It was, refreshing, really. I mean, actually hearing all the things I always assumed people were thinking.
So, without making things worse, can I ask you a personal question?
Don't you want to get a second drink in me first?
Why aren't you married?
Are you asking what's wrong with me?
It's just a beautiful, educated woman. Don't you think that getting married and having a family would make you happier than all the headaches that go along with fighting people like me?
And if I weren't a woman, I wouldn't have to choose between putting on an apron and the thrill of making my father's store what I always thought it should be.
So that's it. You won't get married because you find business to be a thrill. Oh, you mean love. You mean a big lightning bolt to the heart where you can't eat and you can't work and you just run off and get married and make babies. What you call love was invented by guys like me to sell nylons.
Is that right?
Are you sure about it?
So love is just an advertisement?
You're born alone and you die alone, and this world just drops a bunch of rules on top of you to make you forget those facts, but I never forget.
Well, damn.
I'm living like there's no tomorrow.
Mr. Pessimist over here.
Because there isn't one.
But it must be hard being a man, too.
Tell me about it, honey.
Excuse me.
I don't know what it is you really believe in, but I do know what it feels like to be out of place, to be disconnected. There's something about you that tells me you know it too. But you can tell your boss that you charmed me. I'll be back in the office Monday morning for a real meeting.
I'd like that.
Do you know him?
It's okay, Marjorie. We work together.
I'm getting married on Sunday.
I heard that.
You must think I'm a creep.
You are. Not think.
Why are you here?
Dude, you are the definition of what a creep is. Your face picture is right next to the word in the dictionary.
I wanted to see you tonight.
Me?
Why it seems like Peggy's a virgin and she's never had none before?
Epic? I'm going to bed now.
Peggy really gonna sleep with this bitch ass nigga, bro? She's just trying to move up in the company, I guess. Whose wife is this?
I called the office. They said you'd left.
I don't want to bother you.
It's no bother. Just assumed you're staying in the city again.
Man is married, bro. He's a scoundrel too. Madmen indeed. This man got a wife and 2 kids. You've got to be kidding me, bro. I'm thinking that maybe this is a situation where he can't really like he lives a totally different life at work than he lives at home. You know what I'm saying? Still doesn't excuse the cheating, but you know, him had that conversation he just had with the lady. It was you come in this world alone, you live alone. Nigga, you got a wife and kids at home. What are you talking about? So why did you get married? You know what I'm saying? Like, why did you get married if you've never been in love before? You know what I'm saying? And love is a part of marriage. It's not the entire thing, but love has to be there. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. I think that's the end of the episode, though.
All at once am I, several stories high, knowing I'm on the street.
This man got a whole family.
Are there lilac trees in the heart of town?
Whatever that song is. I think that's... Is that Frank Sinatra? Is that Sinatra? Maybe. I don't know. Anyways. What's her name again? It's Menken. That's not her. Yeah, I figured. She could be. I guess she's Russian. Gutman. Could be. It still could be German though. Who else? I guess she's not a guest star. I guess she's gonna be. I guess she's probably going to be like a. I'm wondering if she's gonna become a love interest of Don. Maybe. Who knows? Let's get to the review. All right, peoples. Mad Men season 1 episode 1. We got a long way to go, baby. This is 7 seasons. Ooh. Mad Men. This show is not what I expected it to be honest. I thought that this show was going to be about mob stuff for some reason, because it was so highly suggested after The Sopranos. I really thought that this show was going to be about mob stuff, but it's about advertising. You know what I'm saying? I don't know where this is going to go. I have no clue. It's 1 episode, but it's interesting to say the least. Something different, you know what I'm saying? I didn't think that it was going to be about this. Of course, the characters are great so far. The acting is awesome so far. I have no issues with that. Of course, if you guys are new to Terabyt Reacts, I pause and I talk for long times. If this is not your type of reaction, you don't have to be here. I try not to talk over the show. I stop and I talk if something is in the show and I want to give a comment on it or say something towards that, I will. And it might seem sometimes off topic about something that's not going on in the show sometimes, but it's just what I do. If you don't like that kind of commentary during a reaction, by all means, there's other channels out there that do what you like to see. I'm not here to beg you to watch beg you to watch my reactions because of, you know what I'm saying, hoping that one day I will stop pausing, you know what I'm saying, and just do. And it's going to happen in some episodes more often than it happens in some episodes. Some episodes I might not stop it at all. You might not hear me saying anything at all for that reason. And I'll just leave everything for the review. But for the most part, just want you to understand that if you are watching my channel for the first time just because I'm watching Mad Men, it's what I do. So if you want to watch the full reaction, of course, that is available for you guys free of charge. You don't have to, you know, sign up for anything. But if you want to watch ahead, if you want to have early access to full reactions as we go along here in the series, you know what to do. This episode of Mad Men, the first episode, pilot episode, of course, great concept. I don't know if this is going to get into anything like violent or anything like that, or we're just going to see how people strategize to advertise, which is something that I've been, you know what I'm saying, that I have been involved with personally in the past of, you know, learn how to advertise to people and say the right things and this and that and whatever. Even though for some reason I still can't figure out the YouTube algorithm and, you know, how it works for some people and how it doesn't work for some people. But it all depends on, you know what I'm saying? I hate this cough, bro. I hate it. Now I'm gonna have to edit that out. Anyways, but this was one of those things, man, where you're watching a show and you're trying to figure out what it's about, right? And it's about advertising. It's something that I've, you know, delved into the past. I've had, you know, jobs where, you know, you got to come up with slogans, logos, and all of this other stuff for companies. I've done that in the past. You know what I'm saying? Graphic design, all that good stuff. I've done that in the past. I could show you guys some stuff that I've done when I was deep into graphic designing and stuff like that. Actually, this was like during my marriage and like before I got married and stuff like that. I used to design some crazy stuff in Photoshop, and I've designed a couple of logos for local like businesses and stuff like that here in Miami. And for some reason there was this hard drive that I had, and all of my stuff got taken away because the hard drive belonged, it was my ex-wife that was her that bought it, and she just, when she left, she took the hard drive. So all of my logos, all of my designs are on the hard drive, and I never got it back from her because I was just like, you know what, fuck it, you can have it. You know what I'm saying? So it's whatever. So she took it, you know, it is what it is. You know, but if I would put some of my designs up on the screen, you know, if I still had those. But that was so long ago. That was, I'm talking about like 2000 and maybe 12, 13, somewhere around there. And even some designs from before that as well. So I kind of know how to, you know, appeal to us, you know, once you know what your demographic is and stuff like that. I know how to appeal to that. YouTube, for some reason, I can't figure it out. And it has nothing to do with you know, quality, because of course you see I provide quality content and stuff like that. My reactions, just people just don't, maybe they just don't fuck with my vibe, and that's cool. I'm gonna keep doing what I do and keep growing and growing, as slow as it may be, and we're gonna get there someday. Right? But in any case, this was cool. I'm gonna be watching some more episodes so I can at least have 2 or 3 out on Patreon. Hopefully you guys are going to check that out as well. If you can, I would really appreciate it. So yeah, man, great first episode. I'm looking forward to the next. I don't know how to put this when it comes on to Peggy's character. Peggy's character is kind of weird. I don't know how to put a finger on it. I thought she was a good girl. Apparently she's not, or she's just trying to sleep in to get to the top. One out of the two. I don't know. Joan is just a terrible influence to be head over all of them. She just tell them, hey, sleep with this dude, sleep with that dude, and try to get married or whatever the situation is, which is it's just one of those things. So this other guy, he's a creep, and he's about to get married. Now he's gonna sleep with Peggy, and then he's gonna get married to somebody else. Like it's like Peggy don't know that Peggy. He just told you he's gonna get married, and you're gonna sleep with him. Like it doesn't. I don't understand it. Is she just wet all the time? I don't understand. I can't put a finger on her character right now, like to what she's planning to do. But in any case, it is what it is. I'll see you guys for the next one. Peace.